So we talk a lot about how to process or to talk about a regrettable incident with your partner. So, what do we mean by regrettable incident? Well, there's a lot of them that vary. One can be, of course, a bad fight, a terrible fight, but another could be you making a bid for connection with your partner, maybe expressing a need with your partner, and your partner saying no in a way that really hurt you. So let me give you an example of that. I knew a woman whose husband was a doctor, and she had had a hysterectomy. She was in the hospital, and the nurses, I guess, were trying to give her an IV because she needed some medicine down into her blood. And they could not find a vein. They kept poking her and poking her and poking her. And they, just really had trouble. And she was suffering, with every one of those pokes. So her husband came into the room, also being a doctor now, remember, and he said to her, "You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm going to go out to the golf course and play golf." And he left. Now, he probably might have had more success getting the needle into that vein. Maybe yes, maybe no. But she believed, that's important, she believed he would have been able to do that and end her misery of getting that IV started. He chooses to go play golf rather than help her. That we call a regrettable incident. It's not a fight, right? But it's an example of where she really needed help. He should have turned towards her and said, "Let me try this. Maybe I can do a better job." And hopefully succeeded. Then he could go to the golf course, you see. So, regrettable incident. It's not a fight, but it's still an incident. It's a little package of time. We're not talking about a big affair. That's not a regrettable incident. What we're talking about is just a little something in a day or maybe over a couple of days that feels awful, and time has passed and it still sticks in your mind as if it just happened yesterday. That's a regrettable incident, one that you just can't get past, and one that you really need to talk about with your partner in order to understand their point of view about how it went down and what kind of played a role, maybe some history for them or something else, their interpretation of what you were saying that played a role in how they behaved. And they hear your point of view about what happened. Because the goal of processing a regrettable incident isn't to fix maybe the conflict that the incident happened about. Instead, it's to understand how your communication went wrong during that incident, and then talking a little bit about, okay, how can we avoid making a mistake like this in the future?
Yeah, and I think it's really important to tell people that the past is something you can correct. It seems like you can't. I mean, this happened, right? So you might think, well, look, I'm sorry it happened, but the past is over. But the past is not dead. In fact, it's not even past because it lives in your body. The regret is there, the pain is there, the disappointment, the hurt is there and lives in your body, which is why you can revisit the past because it's really still alive. And so we have a tool that makes that much more possible.
Right, called the aftermath of a regrettable incident. 5-step process
Right.
that really, I mean, I've never seen it fail. It really helps people. It reduces, all the heat that that incident may have borne inside their body. Reduces it down to something that I can't really remember it all that well now.